The star beyond the sun reveals another time and a center of existence that is far beyond this world. There is also such a star, even within ourselves. Chapter 5, entitled Love. Every one of us has within themselves the seed of some passion that takes them out of this world, some passion that makes them tender even amidst unbearable cruelty, that makes them strong even against impossible odds, that makes them special even when they go doing the ordinary. Such a passion is the unique gift of love, and to find it is the only important thing in life. Everything else is secondary, for it is the one thing that makes everything else a joy. It is the one thing that so enlightens us, that so unburdens us of sorrow, that we are willing to get ourselves into even the most perilous rubble to attain it. Love is the exuberance that makes us oblivious to trouble. Indeed, it is the only thing that can make difficulties pleasurable and therefore transforming them. When we love, we are able to carve the most intricate patterns that others would find tedious and impossible. The beautiful patterns of total involvement and concern. It is then only when we love that we become patient beyond all adversities. Love is the greatest paradox of living. It takes you out of the world by getting you more deeply in it. Only through love can you transcend the world, but love makes you embrace it. Love is the greatest treasure. But where it is to be found or where it has to come from, no one can say. It has no reason for being, yet it is the reason for all reasons. It simply is. It is everywhere, yet nowhere to be found. It is known only in joy. An analytical mind can never grasp it, for love cannot be analyzed. It is the one thing that never loses its mystery, and it is well spoken that God is love, and love God. For love is the rock bottom of being. Everything else can be pired up and something else can be found beneath it, but there is nothing beneath love. It is the only thing that there is no utter motive or ulterior motive and no source. It is the only true essence and the only true spontaneity, and thus it is far beyond analysis. The analytical mind, the purely logical mind, can never really grasp the meaning of life, for life does not go from here to there. It just goes. The value is the dance itself, and its end is of no particular importance. Logic, on the other hand, is strictly concerned with endings, with achieving a conclusion, yet life has no conclusion and achieves one only in the state of death. And that is why the logical mind can only grasp the form of dead wood. Logic is a process of dissection, and the essence that cannot be dissected is utterly beyond its reach. Love is the essence, or love is that essence, and it is known only in the joy of beholding the beautiful and the strange. Love is that which arouses the whole of our being, that which moves us to the ultimate awareness. Now, since it is only the strange and the wonderful that can do this. Love must always have this quality of being strange. The strange is not the ugly or the revolting, but rather the thing that remains otherworldly even though it is right before our eyes, the thing that is always out of this world. Yet it is the thing that cannot be assimilated, and that makes us never stop looking. When those things that this lose their quality of being strange, we are left with only the dead image, and our perception fades away. When things lose this quality of being strange, we are left with only dead image of our perception fades away. We fall asleep and lose sight of everything, even our friends who are in each moment born anew, dying to the image and the memory that we gave them. Love is not the result of a sexual passion. It is the full beauty of understanding, and it results only from the most intuitive perception. Oh, sometimes it is precisely a sexual passion that ignites the flame, but the two should not be confused. Many people think that just because they are in love, quote unquote, that they also truly love. Yet they are so lost in their own pleasure that they fail to see the other at all except in the most superficial way, and therefore they cannot really love them. Being in love very often does evolve into what is truly love, but it does not do so inevitably. To love the person one is, quote unquote, in love with, one has to stop seeing them through the eyes of one's own needs and perceive them simply as a completely independent creature. One admits this, of course, but then discovers it is not easy to do, especially when one is tied one's own life into the life of another. A union of hearts, but a separation of egos. Just as an eye which is pressed too close to the mirror can see nothing at all, so even love must stand back and watch from a mid-distance. It must never forget the uniqueness and the strangeness of the other. It must never forget that love is always full of the unexpected. Unknown is the face of the ever-beloved. However deeply we fathom its waters, there is always more of it, deeper and farther, and ever more mysterious. Love is that which can never go stale, which has forever the quality of the strange, which can never be assimilated nor completely known. It surges over us like the shadow of the unexpected. We are not prepared for it, and there is no preparation for that which is unknown. We come upon it suddenly when we are least expecting it. Expectation is the ruin of love, and love is the ruin of all expectations. Love is the most subversive thing there is, and it is the most also always subversive because it completely frees us from every drudgery and ambition. It brings us into a new world, devoid of expectations, where even that which was ugly is now seen to be beautiful. It brings us into a world where everything is changed, where even the most ordinary objects takes on qualities of the profound, and where even the most ordinary objects or ordinary actions are seen to be the very energy of the stars, in which a world there is the presence of God. The love in which I am totally lost is the true love, the love wherein the other is also I, and I am also thee, the mysterious shadow of the limit of all living things, the joy of complete abandon. Always in love there is the going forth to the mysterious shadow, the great unknown. The male is the shadow of the female, and the female who is the shadow of the male. The shadow is the mysterious substance of movement. It is the space in which things live. It is the part which beyond the form. It is the forgotten other half. Only in the shadow of what I am is the mystery of birth and the mystery of rebirth. And only in that mystery can I ever find my love. The moment I think I know my beloved, my love comes to its end. For love is something that must never stop perceiving, which must never presume it knows all there is. Love is something that is always going forth into space, something that is always discovering new dimensions, something that is always uniting the known with the unknown. The known is the presence of insight. The unknown is the presence of wonder. In love, they are absolutely one, united in each other.